The sport of pickleball, which can be described as a cross between tennis and badminton, played with a hard plastic ball, is less than 60 years old. For most of that time, paddles were made of laminated wood and were mostly found in gym classes and retirement communities. But pickleball has exploded in popularity in the past few years, and with that newfound popularity comes an arms race with paddle makers in a quest to make the best pickleball paddles. Here we are going to review the top 5 best pickleball paddles available right now. Our recommendation number 1. Selkirk Vanguard Control Pickleball Paddle. Selkirk is a widely popular paddle maker, but if you read a previous version of this guide, you'll know I was not a huge fan of the higher-end paddles in the lineup after testing dozens of models from past years. This has all changed with the Selkirk Vanguard Control Invicta, which is the best all-around paddle I've used and the one I'd recommend to anyone who doesn't demand the ability to hit huge overhead smashes. The Invicta is not thermoformed and doesn't have quite the same power as paddles that are. Our recommendation number 2. Panel Sound Pickleball Paddles. The SLK Evo Power XL 2.0 is the paddle I bought myself from a big box sporting goods store after a few times playing. I bought this paddle based on its excellent feel and still love swinging it. Selkirk bills this paddle, which has a fiberglass face, as an ideal pick for beginners and pickleball. Our recommendation number 3. Jula Ben Johns Perseus Pickleball Paddle. Jula is a relative newcomer to the pickleball game, having started as a table tennis brand. I've tested a half-dozen paddles from the past 2 seasons of gear made by the Maryland-based company, including a unique round frame paddle more closely modeled on a tennis racket and several from the series made for pro pickleballer Ben Johns, the reigning #1 singles player in the world. This paddle is thermoformed, meaning it's heat pressed together and virtually indestructible. Our recommendation number 4. Diadem Hush Paddle. I've tested a handful of Diadem paddles at various price points and found them generally solid. Somewhat surprisingly, the first Diadem to make this list is an oddball. The Hush is a thermoformed paddle that employs a foam-covered face to eliminate the controversial pop sound. Diadem says it's the quietest paddle in the world. I found the noise level more akin to tennis than pickleball. The best compliment I can give the Hush is that it handles mostly like any other paddle. This is a very welcome surprise given that its face feels like a pool noodle. The paddle only weighs 8 ounces but seems heavier. While the dense, spongy surface doesn't offer quite as much pop as a standard thermoformed paddle, it's got as much as the standard layer build paddles on this list. In a few games of testing over a few weeks, I haven't found any obvious dead spots. Diadem claims the foam is also helpful for spin, but in my testing I wasn't able to generate much. Our recommendation number 5. Recess Premium Pickleball Paddle. Recess pickleball paddles are known for their unmatched style. These are the prettiest paddles in the game. They come in a wide variety of colorful patterns and have great grips with plenty of cushioning made from faux leather. They also come with an embroidered canvas cover. With a gritted fiberglass surface over the standard polymer honeycomb core, they do not offer quite the same performance as the high-end carbon fiber pickleball paddles. Recess paddles do seem to have a smaller sweet spot than some other brands. However, when you play a shot well, this paddle is excellent. I'll take the satisfaction of a well-played ball hit with a stylish recess paddle over almost anything on this list. Featuring composite construction with a sturdy fiberglass surface and honeycomb polypropylene core,